Hi guys, I'm here today to do my May wrap up part 2. I'll leave part 1 linked down below if you're interested. I read 8 books that I'm going to talk about. The first one is Leo by Mia Sheridan. And this is book 1 in the Sign of Love novel. I listened to this on audio. This was my first book by Mia Sheridan because she was my author of the month for May. This follows Jake, Leo, and Evie. This book has a darker element. Both Evie and Leo were in the foster care, and they were I don't know. It was a few weeks ago since I read this. Sorry. And they were in foster care, and then Leo gets adopted, and he has something traumatic happen to him, which I don't want to say. Just be aware that this is a darker book, and it does deal with abuse and harder topics like that. I gave this 3.5 out of 5, and I'm excited to continue on with this series. I went too far. Sorry. I have to go back to the collection I was just in. I accidentally pressed home instead of the back button. And I read Anywhere with You by Kaylee Ryan. This is book 1 in the... This is book 1 in the With You series. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed it. This follows Allison and Liam, and Allison is going away to college. She's moving away from her grandma, who she's been taking care of, and her grandma is the last relative that she has, so she didn't want to go to college, but her grandma made her, and then she meets her roommate, what is her roommate's name? I can't remember her name. That's really bad. Oh, Haley. That's her name. Her roommate is Haley, and Haley happens to be Liam's sister, who she meets on the first day, and her childhood best friend Ace, goes to the same college she went to, and that's why she chose that college, to be closer to him, and he happens to be Liam's roommate. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, and I'm very excited to continue on with the trilogy. And the final Kindle book I read was Only With Me by Kelly Elliott. This came out on the 29th. It's supposed to come out on the 30th, but it came out a day early. This is kind of a second book, but standalone. The first book is Stay With Me, and then this is Only With Me. It follows the same Greek family, which you do meet the couple in Stay With Me in this one. So I would recommend, if you're interested, to start with Stay With Me, so you know, like, the story. And this follows Nick, who is a SWAT officer, and Gabby, who is a big baker. She owns her own bakery, And Nick is from a Greek family, and Gabby is Italian. And there is some suspenseful stuff that happens in here, so I'm not going to tell you all that stuff. But it's a quick and enjoyable read. I highly recommend Kelly Elliott. She's one of my favorite authors. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and yeah. Okay, now on to the rest of the books, which are physical. The first two are part of a series, and the first one is Cocky Bastard by Penelope Ward and V. Keelan. This is book 1 in the Cocky Bastard series, which is a series of standalones. This is the first book that I've read by either one of the authors, and I really did enjoy it. This follows Chance and Audrey. I don't know why I say Auburn. Sorry. Chance and Audrey. And Audrey is going on a road trip. She is moving cross country, and she decided to drive with all her things. And then she meets Chance, who is an Australian soccer star. And what I loved about this book is that where she's moving to is Temecula, California. And I lived there for like 9 years. Actually, I didn't live there for 9 years, but I lived there for maybe it was 9 years. It could have been about 9 years. I don't know. I lived there when I think I moved there when I was 6, 7, somewhere around there, and lived there until I was 16. So yes, but it was nice seeing that in like a book, and I really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed the funniness. I enjoyed their banter, and they also get a pet goat, which is pretty funny. But I give this 4 out of 5 stars. I highly recommend this if you're looking for like a quick, enjoyable, and funny read. And then we have book 2, which is Stuck Up Suit. This follows Graham and Soraya, and they meet on a train, and Graham drops his cell phone, and Soraya picks it up and goes through with it, and then she tries to bring it to him, and he's a jerk to her, and Soraya is a assistant to a Vice columnist, and they have some funny banter too. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars too, and yeah, I really did enjoy these 2 books. And then the next 2 are also part of a series. The first one is Cheater by Rachel Van Dyken. This is book 1 in the Curious Liaison series. This follows Avery and Lucas. As I said, Lucas, they both knew each other in the past, and Lucas was supposed to marry Avery's sister, but it looked like he cheated, so they called off the wedding, and then after that happened, he has a girl that he sees every day of the week except Sunday, and then Avery needs a job or an internship for her college, so she ends up being interned at where he works, and she's always had a crush on Lucas, and they used to be best friends, and then what happened on their rehearsal night, the night before their wedding, Avery stopped being his friend, and yeah, I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I don't want to go too much into it, but yes, it's very enjoyable, and there is some funny scenes too. Then I read Cheater's Regret, which is book 2 in that series, and this follows Thatch, who is Lucas' friend, and Austin, who is Avery's friend. Thatch is a doctor, and I don't remember what Austin does. But anyways, and they, in Cheater, they were dating, but something happens in Cheater from the start that makes Austin break up with Thatch, and then that he's trying to get her back in this one. It's good. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and yeah. And then the last book I read was a reread, and that is Fallen Crest series. Oh, wow. Fallen Crest High, book 1 in the Fallen Crest series by Tejan. I read this last year, and I really enjoyed it. I reread it this month, or in May, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars like I did last year. This follows Sam, Mason, and Logan. This is, they're set in high school, but it's kind of a new adult-y, more so. And I don't really want to, like, I just like saying that it follows Sam, Mason, and Logan, because I feel like this series is better going in not knowing too much. There is a lot of drama. It's like a soap opera. I'm telling you, this series is like a soap opera, and it's better to enjoy it by yourself, I feel like. But it's very enjoyable, and I really recommend this if you're wanting a good drama-filled book. Highly recommend picking this up. So those are the books I read this month. Part 2. So, comment down below what you guys read in the month of May. Wow, sorry. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.